real quick. Just want to double check. Oh, it's going on. Just want to double check. Oh, yep. Okay, so hello everybody. How's it going? I think it cut off the earlier part. So I think it cut off my greeting. I think it's been cutting off my greeting a little bit. I think I need to wait a little bit after I start recording for it to catch up with me. All right, so we're still working on these buildings now. Someone said we can actually. Oh, here we go. Thank you for the tip again. I appreciate it. I did not realize I could pause construction. There we go. So that really helps me out. I appreciate that. Because that was something that we were having trouble with. We were having trouble since we couldn't pause it. We're not working on the walls. Let's make sure that that's up all as much as it can go. All right, so hold on. How long is this fighting somebody? Right? Oh no, I need to remember those crossbows are spooky. They're haunted. Anyone on those crossbows will say they're gonna shoot at somebody, but they're not really fighting. So we're gonna continue on until we feel like we can make this until this mission kind of feels like a full-on base. And I think we're gonna get to a point of where once we feel like we've gotten stationed, we can either add a new objective to the current playthrough we have, or we could move on to a new style of playthrough. And I'll leave that up to you guys to some degree. So once we finish the mission, and by finishing the mission means we have a stable power source, we have a stable food source. We might not need any more people because we're getting to a level where we're kind of able to defend it with the people we have. Actually, Saru, I just thought, has actually something we can do. Theoretically, with Saru, we could have them sit and gamble. And I love the low gambling mechanic. I want to run somebody to one of the nearby towns to make use of the gambling mechanic, actually, which could give us some money. And we have enough money to. However, we might end up losing the last bit we have. It's Mudtown. So this could turn out just to be kind of a goof. But let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I want to show you guys one of my favorite parts of the swamp, and that's I forgot if they're called the gray shifters or the black shifters. I don't remember exactly, but they're one of my favorite factions in Kenshi for really just one sole reason, and that is you can gamble. You can play Kenshi Las Vegas. And I want to show it off. Would it be? I guess the missionaries, load's kind of crazy. So even though it might be a little weird for Holy Flame missionaries to go and gamble, for the viewing experience, and also the sake of just having a little fun. Considering that load, I believe did start off with the crazy voice pack. At least I think he said some wild things. Oh, we're having some fighting. Oh no. Let's see how this goes. These guys. I want to hope that our guys can actually handle this. But more and more I'm watching it, the less and less I'm feeling like that's a confident thing. They're really having some trouble against that red saber. You know what? Load's not gonna worry about it. Load's gonna let them deal with that problem. I want to test how our defenses can operate. Okay, never mind. Our defenses are not operating ideally. Okay, hold on, Load. I think you were probably the most skilled person here. So I think that by you missing, I think that entire defense is gonna have some trouble. You and Griffin are probably the two strongest people in our. Why is he's got a weapon on him. This is gonna make things difficult. Drop. I don't really want to drop anything. There we go. See how clever we can be. Problem is going to be how we can switch some of this stuff around. We could drop... How way down are we, exactly? Guessing we're pretty horrendously weighed down. We're running at 15, they're running at 20. Yeah, we're pretty horrendously weighed down in comparison. You know, if we go in the water, though, we'll lose them. So let's go in the water. There we go. No longer an issue. Load, don't worry about that. Everyone medic, please. If you can. Let's make sure load is not on there. Okay, everybody medic. I think they're still fighting a little bit up there. But they are getting medic in. Like, some of their medicing in. Let's run back real quick. See how we're doing. Open this door. Were we able to sneak in before? Oh, well, we don't need to open the door. I just realized we still have a wall to fix. We should probably... Oh, we'll leave Tauntaun. Why not? Let's turn all that back on. We'll wait a little bit before we do the gambling. I wanted to mess around with the gambling, but we'll wait. Hopefully nobody lost any limbs. No lost limbs, no nothing like that. That'd be ideal. You two rest for right now. Hot lungs rest. You're a little bit hurt. Well, this is gonna be kind of complicated. Well, either way, let's go ahead and throw those weapons back then for the moment. We'll wait. We'll probably get a trader. We'll try to get it before the end of the stream, but might be just too soon. A little bit too soon to go. Wonder if Saru got any hits in. I don't think so. Oh, more people fighting. We are getting pretty nice at fighting, though. Which I'm happy to see. Oh, he's just playing dead. Oh, never mind. Oh, he let me take his sword, but he didn't. He's like, I'm keeping that med kit. What's going on over here? Oh, I think he's just putting like one down in each area. Which is a little weird. Unless I am doing something else, no? The good thing is I think most everyone's getting at least close to 30 or above. And many people are above right now. However, we are really getting hungry. Dr. Chung really needs to prioritize, or Kungwoo-jan really needs to prioritize making some food. Because if we don't get some food made at a decent rate, we're going to be in some trouble. Come on, Kungwoo-jan. Please. Need to eat. And a lot of people are having some issues with food. I'm actually starting to worry if maybe we have too many people for just one chef. Or not having a permanent chef. I mean, as he gets better, the good thing is he should, well, get better, but he should be able to cook faster. Kungwoo-jan's got a lot of jobs, speaking of. He's a busy guy. I think Benji didn't have any jobs. If you're not doing, well, no, Benji's doing stuff. operating machine, iron refinery. Humble John's wanting to fight with somebody, but I don't know who he's trying to get at. Don't worry about it, Crumble John. Just work on that. Focus on our food intake. Dying to starvation is just as bad as everything else. I think our bit rate's doing kind of poor right now, though. So I apologize for being a little bit kind of choppy. Hopefully, I don't think the audio is going to be very choppy, though. So what we want to do is we want to get all these walls finished. We want to have some stuff along the walls. To be honest, we could kind of focus on our defenses really well toward any. Wow. Oh, fight him. I was like, for a second, I was like, what was that red thing? His entire thing went red, but I guess that's what it looks like if he gets attacked while trying to sleep. Here, load. Go ahead, confiscate all these weapons. Don't we have somebody who's supposed to be picking up dead bodies? I thought we had somebody on this. Do we not have anybody on this? Not have anybody on this. Let's take that. Drop that. Let's wait for a little bit. Try to get the food focus going. Humble John, please work back on food. His injuries are probably not helping him. It's empty. Oh, we also don't have. It doesn't have any food to make. Oh gosh, Load, you are overwhelmed down over here. Everybody, come down over here and help. Spiders are gonna be an issue until we can get the wall done. Come on, fight! Fight like your lives depend on it, because it does. Okay, now Load, you're gonna do your part by making sure they don't get back up. Okay, he should be focusing on building. I have a bad feeling he is putting like one each area, and I have a really bad intuition that that's what he's doing. A really bad feeling that is exactly what he's doing. That and the gate's just taking some time. There's that too. Gate is taking time. You can keep that gate closed though, since we could just run around the wall. We might mess with the. Yeah, just stop with the mounted crossbow stuff. I mean, we'll jump on the crossbows if we really need them. But right now, we don't really need them. We need food more, and we need, what do we call it? Cooking more. So, Logan, your other job will be cooking as well. So we got tons of you who can share the cooking job if we need it. Somebody ought to be cooking. Benji again is starting to get hungry. Here, Load, just run to Rot. How about that? That's not so far away, so I think we can be able to we'd be able to accomplish that fairly quickly before we ran into any attacks. Let's take what we can. Take the most expensive stuff we can. Oh, fighting again. Another spider. And then let's take its stuff. Everybody medic up real quick. Oh no, we got more spiders going around. Okay, he didn't have any weapons on him. That's good. Somebody carrying somebody? I think someone was, but I don't think that was a problem of ours. I think that was actually someone. And this way we can buy some food temporarily. Unfortunately, they don't have a casino here, which is really what I wanted to show off. But I'll save some money so we can show off the Black Shifter. I think it's Black Shifter casinos. I think I passed them before, so I should be able to see. Black Shifters, yep. Red sabers are really not our friends, but they keep attacking us, so I don't really wouldn't call myself their friend either. So that's a fair, I guess, two-way assessment. Really wait until daylight. The only problem is until daylight we have to deal with both hunger and attacks. So we can stay unassailed for just a little bit while longer. I can go ahead and get some food. Need 2 hours of safety. He's about to be malnourished, which is not going to be good. He's getting a pretty big stat penalty. Being hungry is not ideal. It is not where you want to be because the stat penalty is going to really eat you badly. And that's just going to make you more likely to die. Get severely mauled, which won't impact your ability to get food. But if we do, once we get this mission up and running, if we stop at just the up and running and we don't add another mission to it, ironically, we don't add another goal to it, we could do either a Shek campaign, which would be fun, a Hiver campaign, which I think someone actually beat me to it and started doing it recently. I think someone actually did beat me to it. I want to say I think there's a YouTuber named Nukrum? I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I think I hope I'm saying it right. Beat me to it. So, and he does indie games too, and I was checking it out. So I don't want to jump on the same thing. So I'll probably lean toward the Shek playthrough because a lot of people seem to suddenly start doing Hiver ones really close to when I was thinking about it. So I guess we all got the same idea. So I don't want to step on any toes. Let's think here with the ration packs. That's going to be a lot more currency going in there. Rice bowl is still pretty cost efficient here because 250 would be 1 for 1, or I guess 10 to 1, which is the typical conversion. But I think it was Nukrum that I think was started to do a Hiver one. So I don't know if I don't want to start up something with someone else just started up doing as well. Let's think. But we could do a Shek one, or we could do a skeleton one. Could be fun. The only problem I have with the skeleton one is that the skeletons have a lot of advantages. Skeletons that really do have a lot of advantages. They have some hard parts, but they do definitely have some hard parts, which is eventual wear and tear. So if we did do a skeleton one, we'd have to find an appropriate challenge. Because skeletons, since they don't eat at food, they can just keep getting that money up and up and up. Especially if they're just doing laboring. If you just make a mine, like if you just mine, you're basically like a bot in a video game at that point. Because you're just going back and forth, just mining and getting money, mining and getting money. And as long as you avoid any conflict, you'll get infinite money. Like it's literally like infinite money if you do that path, if you do that tactic. So there's some what do we call it? There is some level to that where you have to be careful with what maybe making it kind of somewhat of an easier playthrough. Why do we have a friend? This says we have an ally. Right here. It says we have an ally. Oh, one lone wandering assassin. Kind of neat. Lone wandering assassin looking out for us. Oh my gosh! Speaking of wandering assassins. Why are we so slow? Is it encumbrance only? It's mostly encumbrance? Is that it? Oh gosh, he's gonna be pretty fast. I'm trying to think of the best way to lighten our weight. What weighs the most? That was a pretty heavy one. That's pretty heavy. The armor's pretty heavy on its own, but I can't really easily make room for it. What can we space out? Or you know what? Let's run back to base. Let's run, not back to base, but back to the city. If we run back to Rot, we'll be safer off. Whoop. If we just... Oh, or run into the water. The water, our old friend... Oh, is that deep water? Please tell me that's deep water. If that's not deep water, we're in trouble. Okay, deep water. Good. Oh gosh, they're shooting at us with crossbows. Hold on, let's think. Because we're pretty agile in the water. Pretty dexterous, you could say. Or fleet of foot in the water. I wonder what we call it. His arms looks like it does better all right when it doesn't have armor on it. Whenever it has armor on it, there's always like a little blood stain where his arm is. Oh, we can get some more money. Free money. And maybe some free combat experience. Okay, maybe we're just getting tore up. Okay, hold on. There's fighting going back home, too. So maybe we really shouldn't be using all our time trying to help these guys. First aid. We really should get home with some of that food. Right after selling what we found. If you could use this extra money. I really hope I can get to the casino at some point. Worst case scenario, I'll just make a save just to run there. And we'll just not count it. We'll just to show you like what it's like. Because I feel like I just want to have you know. If you haven't seen it before, because it's something that a lot of people probably haven't actually had a chance to see before, which is really cool. Because they don't really know it's there. I find it funny how Load, the one with all the food, is malnourished. Okay, let's just throw his stuff back on. Okay, I think we got that worked out. I could sell all these extra health kits, but I'd rather keep them. They're free health kits. But each one's a kilogram. You know what? We'll sell them. We already have a bunch of health kits on him. We'll buy some more food. We could buy one more. And we have some money left to gamble. So if we can't get there to gamble, can't get to Mudtown, we're just going to run back. We'll call it quits on that. Can we not, we do have a splint kit, but it doesn't seem like we're hurt enough to need a splint. If we can get to Mudtown, then we won't need to, but let's do it. Let's try. We're faster than most things. Swamp turtles are also a really great thing to hunt. Get a bunch of pole arms, go after swamp turtles. Now, okay, some people argue they're not, but I've never had trouble with them. I don't know if someone else has had, like, if they get in, because normally I play as a solo hunter who uses a crossbow and sometimes uses pole arms. I switch between the two. Crossbow can be a little bit gamey, so I switched to I switched to a melee hunter. I switched to a melee hunter whenever I feel like it's being a little bit too. Whenever I feel like I'm having too much of a speed advantage. Using Kenshi with a crossbow, speed is king. You can pretty much beat anyone you want. So let's go ahead in here, and I want to show you the gambling. Now, I just want to show you just how much. Now, okay, so the money is slow, but technically it saves game time. Now, everything in Kenshi while I'm talking to this person, I'll tell you guys real quick. Everything in Kenshi is basically either takes more of your personal time or it takes more in-game time. This is one of those that take a lot of your personal time to make a lot of money, but you can make a lot of money very quickly. You could lose a lot of money, but I'll show you how to play. So he's not going to tell you much if you say, how do I play? So it's called Cat Crawlers. It's going to say it's a quick learning game. Now this is partly, I've learned a lot from guides, if I can remember who made the guide. Oh gosh. I'm having a bitrate issue. Real bad bitrate issue. I'm just checking how it's going. Okay, it seems like it's going all right now. Let me hear the sound. So let's go ahead and hear. And I want to show you. Okay, it seems like it's going all right. It's real bad bitrate. I don't really know what's causing such a poor connection today, which is unfortunate. But hopefully it's better in you guys' end than I'm seeing it. I don't know if that's just me. You know, I wonder if quality. Hold on, if I could change the quality. Whoa, boy! If I could change the quality down on my side. No. Seeing if I could change the quality down on my side to make it any better. Alright, so hopefully it's not absolutely... Okay, it seems like it's getting green now. I don't know. It seemed like while I was in... I don't know. Either way. So, okay, so we got Stone Roller. So Stone Roller, basically, it's kind of like 21. So basically, you either say you're going to fish or roll back. So Stone Roller, and I would credit the guide, but in fact, actually, I can find the guide, I think. Help me out. Community Hub. If I can find it. Well, I'm actually not having much luck. So it is. If you check on Steam, there's a guide. I don't know the name of whoever made it. Definitely check it out. But basically, it goes along the same. I'll show you basically what it talks about. So we got Stone Roller. As you can see, Stone Roller is a little bit of an unlucky one because it's about 50-50 chance. So we're just going to say fish and get to one that's different. Okay. And dry out, which means we didn't win. So let's try again. And now arrow in the neck. Now here's my memorization. Basically, he said that the guide was saying that there's 2 that you want to go fish for and 2 that you want to do roll back for. My guide my advice is if it sounds like something bad, roll back. That way you don't have to remember exactly because there's arrow in the neck and chased by a gutter. Roll back. If you hear 2 that sound like fish, then say fish. They sound like fish. So arrow in the neck sounds bad. So let's roll back. Okay. And we've licked it, which means that we won. Wolf tail is technically a very negative bottom, which you can't get. And then plank is on the opposite end, which is the very top of the top, but then can't get naturally. So let's play again. So arrow in the neck, roll back, and he says a few things. It's fun, and with plank. So that was one of those things of where you just get bad luck. So think of it like this. Think of it like you have 5 numbers, and basically you can roll 2 to 4, but you can't roll a 1 or a 5. And then you have a chance of getting a 1 or a 5 though on a second roll. And if you basically pick whether it's going to be higher or lower, it's like a higher and lower game, kind of. So, Hungry Gutter. There we go. Hungry Gutter, roll back, because that sounds bad. And we got it. There we go. So, pretty much the simple game. We'll just go through a few just so that you see kind of what we're talking about. And we can see how much money we can make. We can see if we can make some money while everyone else is back home fighting for their life. We're going to see how much money we can make. Okay, we've looked at the wolf tail. Sure, okay. We got Stone Roller. Again, it's 50-50. My recommendation is always pick Either rollback or fish. The reason why is... Actually, I just realized that there's... tough choice. I've never done that one. But we didn't win, so I don't know if that was good. Okay, so I think it's random. I think the last choice is random. I never tried the third choice. Okay, so Chubby 9. Okay, so we finally actually got one of the ones that sound like fish. There's Chubby 9 and something else. Hold on, let's get fish. Oh, and we just got unlucky. Chubby 9, fish. Wow, we were just getting real unlucky. Hungry Gutter, roll back. Okay, got that. I want to show you the last one. Buxom Red. That also sounds like a fish. So we'll say that sounds like a fish. Okay. And we got it. So we basically can pretty much go along like right here, and it's just 2 buttons, and you just do this for a long time. Odds are, if you follow that general tip of going, now the guide that I've read was much more specific, but from my personal experience, just you have 2 groups and a 50-50. 2 groups and a 50-50. Is the easiest way to think of it. Okay, so we'll try to get a few more wins in, and show you kind of how. Just watch how often I win and lose, and think about whether it's something you want to. We'll see what we come out. We'll do 10 more. We'll do 10 more and see what I come out with. Okay. Actually, so let's say never mind, and see how much money I'm going in with. So I have 1,102, but that shouldn't matter. So let's see. Sure, why not? Okay, so Chubby 9, fish. Okay, Stone Roller. Ooh. Oh no, that's a. We call it. We won with a Stone Roller. Okay, so Chubby 9 again, fish. Around the neck, roll back. Okay, we got that. 2-9, fish. Oh, I lost count. I think we did 4. I think this is the 4th one. Okay, now this is the 5th one. If I got numbers wrong, just feel free to to keep count, or check back and keep count. Stone Roller, fish, and dry out. So now this is the 6th one. Roll back. Oh, got unlucky. As 7th one, roll back. Got lucky that time. So the 7th one. Okay, we got lucky. 8th one, fish. 9th one. And then, okay, we got lucky again. And then this should be the last one, I think. I probably lost total count, but we'll just see how much money we made from it. Okay, we got unlucky with something lower. Okay, so, no, never mind. So we made 600. So you can regularly make money. It's probably the safest way of making money in the game, if you ask me. Because just the odds are you'll win. Which is funny for a casino, because really a casino is ideally... odds are slightly in the casino's favor the entire time. Because that's basically how, for casinos, they make their money. Think of it like, casinos are like the exact opposite of Pathfinder and D&D. In Pathfinder and D&D, you generally have a 55% chance of success. Because out of 20 options, right? You just need to meet or exceed, typically on rolls. Depending on what it is. Defender typically require, just depending on what system you use. I've been doing Cyberpunk Red so much, so now I'm kind of a little mixed up. It's been a while since I did D&D. But basically, in D&D and Pathfinder, if you're reading the Game Master's Manual, basically there's a 55%, you want a basically 55% chance. Whenever you're saying 50%, you really mean 55% chance that the player is going to succeed. Or something benefiting the player is going to succeed. So really, there's a 5% bias toward the player. And this is partly due because And even think about the idea of a negative or of a critical failure in tabletop games. Critical failure being that you just fail, but then maybe get an effect, but a lot of times you're just a failure, even though you normally would have made it with modifiers. Meanwhile, critical success is oftentimes a success, no matter how bad you are at it. So basically, think of it like that. The odds are slightly in your favor in Kenshi. Kenshi casinos are ironically the least brutal part of Kenshi. Which I find absolutely hilarious. But I love the fact that they're in there. I love the fact that they have hunting, and I love the fact that they have casinos. Because something about that, in a world where everyone's fighting and sword fighting and everything like that, it's good to have those kind of side things that basically, like, what are people who are not adventurers even doing? And so you got hunting and things like that. I would snap more hunting parties, but I would recommend if you're going to actually make hunting parties, go after getting pole arms first. Big recommendation because we're talking a 50% damage boost against animals. That is a huge damage boost that saying no to would be silly, to say the very least. I think we're working on this gate. I think that's what it's taking so much time. I'm almost sure that's what it is the gate. Let's go ahead, let's take some more. Let's arrange it so we can actually fit. Oh, we might not be able to rearrange it to fit. Okay, it just disappeared into the ether. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we got that gate finished. And then we'll be able to work on all the walls. All the other stuff, too. Yeah, I think that's having some real lag. I keep checking back in on the stream, and it's going seriously slow. And dry out, so like the bit rate's almost dead. I don't think I have anything running weird, which should be taking up all my that would be interfering with the bit rate. But hopefully we're doing a pretty unique playthrough here by actually trying to set up an Okranite mission in the swamp. Swamp is not a fun place to live, as you can see, so I don't think many people would envy this base. But I recommend checking out all the different Kenshi streamers, or if you watch it on something else, I recommend checking them out because they're fun. We do different kind of things. I try not to step on anyone's toes, and if I do, which I don't think I have, I like to make sure that my thing is so unique that if I accidentally step on someone's toes, they'll be different enough that that it gives a good unique experience. Okay, there we go. We need to turn on the lights. That's how I think of that. We just have to turn on and off the lights. I can't wait till Kenshi 2 comes out, though. I'm really excited for that. I think the Kenshi 2 will be... Okay, hold on. We got a lot of people just enjoying standing into the air right here. We really need to get moving. Slink. Put down Slink. There you go. Is no one working on food? Maybe we're not getting as much maybe we're not nearly farming as much as I thought we were. Oh, swamp ninjas. Good thing is they turned the other way. That wall right there kept us safe there. I'm guessing we have a lot of miners sleeping. Let's run. Let's run there. Let's run. Get them all off the beds. No, they want to sleep. I think the swamp's theme is breaking in or something. Like a little like riff in the background of the swamp. Decided to cut in. Let's see. Weird thing is I don't think I have audio. Well, actually, no, it happens once every 20 minutes. And it's at one Is it at one volume? Is everything at one volume? I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with just the background soundtrack. Because I think it's just like a I think when the in-game music is literally just like a riff when you go into different zones. That was honestly the first time I heard it cut in. Alright, so... I wonder where we are on food. I wonder really where we are on food. I know these guys are going to starve themselves out of house and home if they keep staying awake. Go to bed, you crazy, you crazy retirees. You're going to run yourself out of food. Go ahead, get some more food while you're at it. There you go, lay up there. Saru needs to either get there or become a professional gambler. Which, fine, you know, that's fine. That's a good option as well. I wouldn't actually mind having Saru be she could be our professional gambler if we really wanted to. Albeit, I think that if that town gets worn down, it's going to be hard to save her. But gambling is actually a surprisingly effective way of making money in the game in terms of game time. Not so much personal time. Game time, yes. Personal time takes a lot of time to make any amount of money. Because you have to win 10 times to get 1,000. Because you're betting 200, right? So you have to win 10 times in a row to get 1,000. So if you go real quick, you know, if you're like doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, really quickly, maybe. But, you know, it's not a bad option, but you know, if you need to really rack up those numbers, make a fun gambler character, I guess it could be really fun. Desperately need money and no idea how to get it, that's a way. But honestly, mining is typically just as fine. And if you're a skeleton, what are you doing? Mining is definitely better for you because you don't eat, you have no attrition. Just mine. Free money. But I'm really leaning toward maybe a Shek playthrough. But not like the Shek that you may think. I'm thinking like maybe someone leaning towards Crawl's Chosen kind of gameplay. Because there's some really neat faction stuff you can do with them. And a lot of people already know about. A lot of people know about the like everything you can do with like Estada and all the other ones and all the other all the main story of them. I might help them first and then switch over to Crawl's Chosen if I do a playthrough with them. But we're still on this playthrough, so let's focus on getting this worked out. We've got a little wandering assassin who's kind of taking home residents in our little area. I'm happy about that. Happy to see that. Means if we get attacked, We'll have someone to help us out. It's gonna take so long to get these walls done, though, because we are really, really, really not good at getting a stone. We already have everyone working the stone mine that we can get. We could go buy some more materials, but it's a bit dangerous. To bring something to sell. I mean, that mine is as good as it gets. The refinery can get better, but I don't believe the mine can get much better. I think there's an automated mine, but that's not something we can get without ancient tax. So I think that's as good as we can get before we need something else. Oh, we can actually build another crossbow, though. Defense. Mounted crossbow. There we go. Oh, we can actually set it up here anyway. Oh, no, we can't. I thought we could. It has the dots, but it doesn't have the ability to place anything yet. And we already have crossbows there. So load can work on those too. And these buildings already have a good amount of materials in them. Like that one already has 13. We already have 3 finished buildings. Actually, we could even set up some, hold on. Let's get Griffin to run in here, just to act as our eyes. So we maybe set up some building. Okay, there we go. So this is our food and medical area. What do we want with this? Do we want beds maybe in here? So we don't have to lay out in the... We have beds of forging. I want forging to go somewhere. Maybe we can make the forge... Let's make this the forge, because we can make beds that one if we need to. So we'll make this the forge. Went out of there. So let's go ahead and switch to crafting. Weaponsmith, here we go. I don't think you'll fit under that. Nope. It's technically an exterior building, so we could actually build it up here and save some space. However, being outside, I believe, hurts our crafting. I think it's either being outside or being out in light. I think hurts our crafting. Out of light. It's vulnerable to damage and it... Okay, although that will leave... It can be outside, but it'll leave it vulnerable to damage. So I think that's it's letting us know that that would not be the ideal. Let's go ahead and set up here. Once we have it built also, we can actually then have it where we build something for hunting. We can also build mining. I think there should be the ability to build... Where is it? Crafting a furnace, an item furnace. There we go. Item furnace. Now we could build it on top of something, or we could just put it... Well, I guess maybe we can't put it on top. Let's drop it next to it. Next door. I think, if we can. This may be more difficult than I thought. Let's put it behind then. How about that? The problem ultimately comes down to the floor isn't flat. It's all wishy-washy. Put it on top of the mountain. Make it look kind of cinematic, yeah. We'll just put it here. Try to get it as flat as possible. Maybe tilt it as much as possible that we can to make it look flat. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that looks good. So we'll have an item furnace there, and that should be able to burn some stuff up to make materials out of. And then that should be able to help the fact that iron is going to be a bit of a far distance of a run. Iron's a bit of a far run, so that should help us out. Oh, having some more trouble with the bit rate. You guys with me? Hopefully still. Yep, I think so. I think it's so lagged behind. It's sad. It's like so far behind. Item furnace, there we go. Oh, people are here. Crawls, oh, Band of Bones, not Crawl's Chosen. Let's get them. They have some nice hackers though, so we'll take those. We don't, wait, no please, what's going on down there? No please who? What's going down there? There. It's a red saber. Oh, I think he was being eaten. He was being eaten. Oh gosh, that's dark. And I think that he got himself back up. Got a big old fight in here. Boy, that is a tall leader. That or he's just kind of floating a few feet off the ground. He is an absolute tall guy. One thing I haven't had much chance to test with is whether height affects reach in this game. That is one thing I haven't had much testing on, is whether height affects reach, because if height affects reach, then that could be a pretty big advantage if you want to have your heavier people, like the heavier weapon people, use longer weapons. Okay, load. Go ahead and, after you're done helping patch everybody up, go ahead and take some of their stuff. Because they have some nice gear. Samurai leg plates. Unfortunately, none of it is really that the best of the best. Because it's not, because there's nothing beyond shoddy, probably, I think. They have a leader around. Oh. Take it. Okay, hit him. Get him. There we go. Their fighting skills are actually pretty decent, so for us to be able to fight him is actually pretty heartwarming. We're actually able to fight him. Okay, so let's actually have store weapons on, and then store armor on. And foraging on. I don't know if that means he'll forage all the gear. Here, let's do engineer after, operating machine after, copper after, and see if that does anything. Might just put his extra weapons up, but then not actually like take any. Oh gosh, he got back up. It'd be really hard to tell if they keep standing back up after 5 seconds. Hold on, maybe let's do item furnace. How about that? Items in the item furnace first. Let's see what he throws. Gonna throw anything in the item furnace? Nope. Okay. Let's just take as much as we can off of these guys. Maybe let's take off the furnace. Oop. At least we know we can haul it. Okay, let's take that, take that, take that. What in the world's going on with Zim up there? Go ahead, get load. Throw all this on. Okay. Everything looks like it's going all right. So, let's see. Oh, we need to get people medicing. So we actually beat a whole band of Bones Patrol. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm happy with that performance there. And they're pretty decently skilled. Now we could just throw a lot of this into the item furnace, which we may ultimately, but at the moment we're not going to. Medic, please. Please, just make sure you guys aren't hurting. Hold on. You might want to splint your leg. There we go. Let's finish this furnace. And in fact, actually, let's set up a few things in here too. So storage. We want iron plates nearby. That's kind of a given. That's got to be close. I don't want to get it too close because I think there is an upgrade for the furnace. That I don't want to prevent from being able to get. There we go. And then there is chainmail, which actually really doesn't go to weapons. Fabrics goes to weapons. So let's do a fabric. Where is a fabric? Fabric box. Where are you? Fabric chest. There we go. There we go. And that's kind of all for weapons. Weapons don't really need a bunch, really. That's all for really right now for weapons. Weapons are surprisingly not complicated to set up a infrastructure for. Kind of straightforward. You just kind of do what you're gonna do. And this extra iron storage will fill in overflow. Which actually, hold on. Once we go back in. Oh, fighting them again. Once he finishes that, we'll set him to drop off at this one as well. There we go. And now we're kind of actually, we're getting there. Our giant wall construction is getting there. I'm more happy with that. We haven't seemed to have had many, like we've actually been to avoid a lot of injuries. But Wing Wing really needs to rest though. Otherwise we're gonna get in some trouble. There we go. Don't want anyone being out too long. Or getting too weak. How much materials do we have? Oh, we're still kind of working with what we got. The good thing is that right now people have to travel so far around. We get a lot of heads up. Whoa, somebody's fighting us. Band of Bones guy got back up. Yep, more bands of bones. Ready to heal a little bit quick? It's kind of funny, sorry, just being kind of unconscious there. But we do have a dead guy. We do need to do something about that corpse, though. Pick up. Oh, someone else pick that up, please. Oh, someone may have already gotten it. I think someone did. Someone beat us to it. Dr. Chunk, go ahead and throw him in there. Give him one quick toss. Corpse disposal. There we go. Give him a quick throw. There we go. That works. I think we're actually kind of doing all right in this swamp. Even with our walls down for maintenance, we're actually kind of fighting off everybody that's coming after us. And we don't even have a full, I would say, a full complement to really guard the entire thing. The walls will just protect us from spiders coming in again. Because if raptors or if anyone else wanted to get through the wall,